Self-absorption, understanding the inner focus. Self-focus, on the other hand, is a form of internalization in which an individual unconsciously directs all attention inwards to personal thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Such internal preoccupation colors an individual's own perceptions, and most of the time, the way he or she interacts in the world, and more often than not, is translated into psychosocial implications. Understanding self-focus involves the aspects through which it is caused, manifested, and possible repercussions on personal and relationship well-being.
Causes of self-absorption. There are many factors contributing to self-absorption. Psychological theories say that it may arise from an inherent need for preservation and understanding of the self. For example, an individual could look inwards for protection after traumatization or rejection. The inner self would be seen as a haven, protecting the individual from external threats. In addition, a number of personality traits are linked with self-absorption, such as narcissism. One factor contributing to self-absorption is narcissism. People who are narcissistic constantly need to feel validated and thus remain focused on themselves. Of course, there are social and cultural factors at work as well. There is, to an extent, a creation of self-absorption in modern society which celebrates and glorifies the self in terms of success, improvement, and self-expression, even though it is individualism that is usually the focus of praise. Social media only exacerbates this, giving people an outlet to potentially give constant reports on their lives, leading to constant validation through likes and comments that only work to reinforce and increase this self-focused mentality.
Manifestations of self-absorption. There are so many overt and subtle manifestations of self-absorption. One obvious sign is a certain disregard for the feelings or perspective of others. Self-absorbed individuals may talk a lot and always manage to lead the topic back to them or turn it to their favor, or they may show disinterest in other people's experiences and feelings. This will make them appear as if they are not caring, or they are dismissive because they might find it hard to be sensitive to or acknowledge how others feel. Besides, self-centeredness will result in overreaction in success and failure in one's life. This kind of person may have an abnormal level of pride and can take it to heart when criticized or in a case of any setback in whatever they have undertaken, confronting instead of learning from it. They become too emotional if the wrong things happen, with their health and sanity being at stake.
The impacts of being self-absorbed are very great because they affect the individual as well as the relationships he engages in. It can lead to a lonely and isolated life. That orientation, though in some way personal, only helps to comfort for a moment, but generally does not later contribute to deep, meaningful relationships with others. Over time, such existence leads to emptiness and disillusionment, as real contact with people is something without which emotional health cannot go on. Self-centeredness in a relationship creates a heavy strain. More often than not, it makes friends, family members, and especially partners feel poorly cared for, hence bringing about conflicts and misunderstandings. Healthy relationships are hardly carried out since the selfish person finds it hard to place the other person's needs, thoughts, and feelings first, thereby giving rise to resentment and distance.
Addressing self-absorption is a technique in which a person consciously makes an effort to redirect the focus from self to others. This can be enhanced through activities like mindfulness and empathy training, in which one embraces more orientation toward thoughts and feelings, and cultivates consideration for what others around him or her are going through. The interwovenness of social relationships and community participations are seen to decrease self-absorption, since sociality and the act of manifesting oneself as part of society give one the opportunity to seek a sense of belonging and purpose. Many of the therapeutic interventions available within cognitive and cognitive behavioral therapies would be effective in treating the root causes of self-centeredness. Therapy can help this through cultivating a healthier coping pattern, regulation of emotions, and better interpersonal skills. Working through past traumas and building a more balanced self-concept helps in the reduction of self-focused tendencies and the better fulfillment of relationships.
It is therefore safe to conclude that while self-focus is a normal part of human psychology, extreme self-absorption might actually lead to negative consequences. With insight into the causes and symptoms of self-absorption and a relentless bid at creating empathy and social connection, one can actually get rid of this to really get into some balance and connection in life. Please like, subscribe and share this message with someone you know who could use it. Thanks.